Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I address to Professor MADYA Dr. NORHAYATI with HUSSIN. We are from IM2553 ST1, and this is our second assignment, which is a group project for IMS502 information analysis for decision making. And as you can see, this is the title for our questionnaire, which is the determinant of leadership among UITM PUNCAK PERDANA. Move to the next slide is the group members, which is there's 4 people that contribute a lot of things in completing this group project. And start from myself. I'm Mirzan bin Al Jafar. My ID is 2022753161. And the second one, we have ZURIN NALIA BINTI Zamani. And the third one is NURFARHANA BINTI Mansur. And the last members in this group is NURUL SYAHIRAH AFIQAH BINTI Muhammad Syaril. Next is the content that we will present in this presentation for today. And there have 12 content. It starts from abstract and we will end it with discussion and recommendation.
Hi, my name is NURFARHANA BINTI Mansur. I would like to explain about abstract. The purpose of this research is to better understand what motivates students at UITM PUNCAK PERDANA to take on leadership roles. Student leadership development is essential for producing future leaders who will have a positive effect on their local communities and the world at large. This study sheds light on the fundamental elements that may be fulfilled and strengthened for developing effective student leaders by researching numerous factors that contribute to the development of leadership abilities. Okay, now moving to objective. Number 1 is to discover and develop strong and caring student leaders to create a united and successful campus. Number 2, to create confident, responsible student leaders who improve their college community. Number 3, to inspire students, grow unity and leadership. And last but not least, to create student leaders who behave with integrity, encourage others, and actively support their fellow students. Okay, then let's move to methodology. The first one is population. A population is an entire group about which some information is required to be ascertained. So for this research, we focus on the students, especially UITM PUNCAK PERDANA students as the population. Based on the researcher, there are 160 respondents that answer for our questionnaire, but we just use 150 data responded for them. Number 2, sampling. The objective of this study is to explore and understand the leadership styles and behaviors exhibited by students in UITM PUNCAK PERDANA. A stratified random sampling approach will be utilized to select participants from different faculty and semester to ensure a diverse representation of the student population. And the last one is research instrument. The research instrument for this study is a comprehensive student survey designed to investigate and gain insight into various aspects related to the determinant of leadership among UITM PUNCAK PERDANA students. The survey aims to gather data from students at UITM PUNCAK PERDANA to understand their experience, perceptions, and opinions regarding to the chosen research topic.
Hello, my name is NURUL SYAHIRAH and I will tell you about descriptive. Descriptive statistics are brief information or informations that summarize a given data set, which can be either a representation of an entire population or a sample of a population. Descriptive statistics are broken down into measure of center tendency and measure of variability spread. Measure of Central tendency include the mean, median and mode, while measure of variability includes standard deviations, variance, minimum and maximum variables, kurtosis and skewness. Based on the picture above, we can see age, gender, semester, faculty and ethnicity are the 5 categories listed in the table. Range of median values 3.59 until 1.45. The semester for leadership had the highest mean at 3.56, standard deviation 1.701, followed by age at 2.59, and the standard deviation is 0.928. Those belonging to a different ethnicity have a mean values of 2.32 with standard deviation 1.720. Those of a different gender have a mean value of 1.53 with a standard deviation 0.503, and those in the faculty have a mean of value of 1.45 and standard deviation on 0.9499. Next, we move to the frequency demographic. There's a 2 examples of frequency demographic. The first one is age. Distribution by age. The table and histogram show that there were 150 responses. 35 were between the age of 18 and 19. 32 were between the age of 20 and 21. 72 were between the age of 22 and 23. And 21 were aged 41 and up. The standard deviation for ages is 0.928 with a mean of 2.59. Table age show that the biggest percentage of people are between the age of 22 and 23, which is 48%, and people aged 24 and up represent the smallest demographic at 14% of the total. Next, we move to the second example. Statistics of the faculty table and histogram summary shows that 82 responses are from the College of Computing, Informatics and Media, and that 68 are from the College of Creative Art. A total of 150 people will have participated. The College of Computing, Informatics and Media has the largest percentage, which is 55.9%, than the College Creative of Art, which is 45.3%. The mean of faculty is 1.45, while the standard deviations is 0.499.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ZURIN Binti and I will talk about the frequency dependent variable. So based on the table 27 above, it shows the frequency about traits, which is the question self-reliant. The highest percentage for this question is 45.3% with 68 respondents for strongly agree, followed by slightly agree, which is 24% with 36 respondents. Next is neutral with 20% and 30 respondents, followed by slightly disagree 6% with 9 respondents, and the last one is strongly disagree 4.7% with 7 respondents to complete it as 100% and also be the lowest one. Next, based on table 28, it shows the frequency about traits, which is the question independent. The highest percentage for this question is 43% with 65 respondents for strongly agree, followed by slightly agree, which is 33.3% with 50 respondents. Next is neutral, got 13.3% with 20 respondents, followed by slightly disagree 5.3% with 8 respondents, and the last one is strongly disagree 4.7% with 7 respondents to complete it as 100% and also be the lowest one. Next is the leadership sections question 2, which asks, I make it a point to keep track of how well I'm doing at work. The biggest percentage of respondents is 38% are those who agree with this statement, while the lowest percentage, 4.7%, are those who disagree. The average is 3.92 and the standard deviation is 1.132. For the third question in the self-leadership section, the respondents' frequencies are as follows. 6 respondents strongly disagree, 7 slightly disagree, 25 respondents are neutral, 47 slightly agree, and 65 respondents are strongly agree. The biggest percentage of respondents is 43.3% indicated strong agreement, while the lowest percentage of the respondents, 4.0%, indicated strongly disagreement. The average answer is 4.05 and the standard deviation is 1.073 for this question.
Thanks to the previous presenter. And once again, I'm Mirzan Jafar. My ID is 2022-753161. And now I will continue about data analysis, which is reliability test. And for this section, there's 5 variables that I do analyze, which is self-leadership, capabilities, influence of family, self-efficacy, and traits. And I got all the data from 150 respondents from the questionnaire. And as you can see, based on the table, the Chromebook Alpha value is 0.947, which is the value is in excellent level. So I can conclude that this research is an excellent research about our research, which is the determinant of leadership among UITM PUNCAK PERDANA students. So this research is accepted because the Chromebook Alpha is more than 0.5. Move to the next slide is significant difference. For this part, I analyze 5 variables. As I said just now, the variable is self-leadership, capabilities, influence of family, self-efficacy, and the last one it is traits. And focus on the first one, which is self-leadership. For leadership, as you can see, the table shows the significant difference of 2 tails, which is the result is 0.001, which means self-leadership has significant difference with the leadership among students. And compared to the p-value, it states that for any significant value which is it is less than 0.05, and the hypothesis is accepted, and there is a significant difference between independent and dependent variable. So to conclude, for this the first hypothesis, self-leadership has significant difference with the leadership among students. And move to the second variable, which is capabilities. I do the same analysis for this part, and as you can see the table, the table shows the significant difference of 2 tails, which is we got the same result, 0.001, which means capabilities have significant difference with the leadership among students. So compared to the p-value, it states that for any significance value which is less than 0.05, the hypothesis is accepted, and there is a significant difference between independent and dependent variable. So the hypothesis, the second hypothesis is capabilities has significant difference with the leadership among students. Move to the third variable, which is influence of family. Based on the table, the significant difference of two tails that we got also the same as before, which is 0.001, which means influence of family have significant difference with the leadership among students. So compared to the p-value, it said that for any significant value, which is it is less than 0.05, and the hypothesis is accepted, and there is a significant difference between independent and dependent variable. So the third hypothesis is influence of family has significant difference with the leadership among students. Move to the third variable, which is influence of family. Based on the table, the significant difference of two tails that we got also the same as before, which is 0.001, which means influence of family have significant difference with the leadership among students. So compared to the p-value, it said that for any significant value, which is it is less than 0.05, and the hypothesis is accepted, and there is a significant difference between independent and dependent variable. So the third hypothesis is influence of family has significant difference with the leadership among students. And the last variable that I do for analyze for significant difference is traits. And as you can see, the table shows the significant difference of two tails, which is we got 0.001, same result as before, which means traits have significant difference with the leadership among students. Compared to the p-value, it states that for any significance value, which is it is less than 0.05, and the hypothesis is accepted, and there is a significant difference between independent and dependent variable. So for this variable, the hypothesis is traits has significant difference with the leadership among students. Move to the next slide. This is the last part for data analysis, which is correlation. And for this part, we have four hypotheses that we do analyze between two variables, which are dependent and independent variable. So the first one is the correlation between capabilities with self-leadership. And based on the table, we can see that the significant correlation value of two tails is 0.001, which means capabilities has a significant correlation with self-leadership. And this is because the p-value is 0.001, and the Pearson correlation value is 0.887 with 2 stars at the back, which shows a high correlation, since it is stated that the correlation value with the 2 stars at the back or at the end of the result, and the 2 stars shows the high correlation. So the hypothesis for this one is capabilities does have a significant correlation with self-leadership among students. Move to the next table. This is the correlation between influence of family and self-leadership. And as you can see that the significant correlation the value of total is 0.001, which means influence of family has a significant correlation with self-leadership, and this is because the p-value is 0.001, same result as before, and the Pearson correlation value is 0.751 with 2 stars at the end, and this result shows a high correlation because it is stated that the correlation value with the 2 stars at the end, and the hypothesis for this correlation is influence of family does have a significant correlation with self-leadership among students. And the third table for correlation, we have self-efficacy with self-leadership, and based on the table we can see that the significant correlation value of total is 0.001, which means self-efficacy has a significant correlation with self-leadership, and this is because the p-value is 0.001 and the Pearson correlation value is 0.820, and with the 2 stars at the end, which shows a high correlation since it is stated that the correlation value with the 2 stars at the end, and this shows it has a high correlation. And the hypothesis for these two variables, this correlation is self-efficacy does have a significant correlation with self-leadership among students. And the last part for this section is the correlation between traits and self-leadership. And according to the table, we can see that the significant correlation value of total is 0.001, and this means trait has a significant correlation with self-leadership, and this is because the p-value is 0.001 and the Pearson correlation value is 0.741 with the 2 stars at the end, which shows a high correlation since it is stated that the correlation value with 2 stars at the end. So the hypothesis for this correlation is traits does have a significant correlation with self-leadership among students. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Lastly, the conclusion. In conclusion, the questionnaire-based statistical has provided invaluable insight into the determinant of leadership among UITM Puncak Perdana students. The outcome not only contribute to the existing body of knowledge, but also offer tangible implications for policymakers, practitioners, and researchers alike. By navigating the limitation and presenting recommendations for further inquiry, this research set the stage for further exploration and progress in understanding the inherent complexities of the determinant of leadership among UITM Puncak Perdana students. As we continue to refine our method and expand our understanding, we move to the one step closer to addressing the critical challenge facing our society today. The questionnaire-based statistical analysis provide valuable insight into the determinant of leadership among UITM Puncak Perdana students, contribute to the existing body of knowledge in this field. That is from us. Thank you.